This story comes to us from masslive.com. Out of Massachusetts, another masshole cop. A Natick police officer pleaded guilty to 3 counts of indecent assault and battery of a female coworker during an office gathering in 2020. Now, I'm kind of interested when in 2020, because remember in 2020 you weren't allowed to gather more than 10 people. So maybe there was less than 10 people there. I don't know. But because, what all the stuff that happened. Now, Natick Police Sergeant James Quilty. Seems like I've done an editorial on this guy before. Didn't I? Didn't I say, is Quilty guilty? It sounds so familiar. Maybe that's just deja vu. But Natick Police Sergeant James Quilty inappropriately touched a female dispatcher against her will several times, despite her attempts to remove his hand from her and verbally tell him to stop, the Middlesex District Attorney said. Now, there are so many puns here, and this isn't funny. I don't want to make fun of it, but is James Quilty guilty of inappropriate touching in Middlesex? You can't write this. At one point, when she tried to leave the gathering, she says Sergeant Quilty reached into her car and again inappropriately touched her, preventing her from leaving. Now, according to a report from WBUR and the Boston Globe, the Natick Police Department had tried to keep the indecent assault a secret. Police officials had suspended Quilty, but maybe they thought Quilty was guilty, but did not fire him at the time. I've done an editorial on this guy before. Quilty was sentenced to 3 years probation and is required to register as a sex offender, officials announced. Additionally, Quilty must complete all required sex offender treatment and undergo mental health and substance abuse evaluations with a follow-up, so he blamed it on drugs. Quilty is also prohibited from contacting the victim and her family. Maybe he didn't blame it on drugs. Maybe they just, I don't know, that's part of the probation or the whatever. Too early. Quilty remains on unpaid administrative leave. Natick officials confirmed the Natick Select Board are set to convene as early as possible to determine Quilty's employment status, according to Joan McNamara, executive assistant to the Select Board. So this guy pled guilty to 3 counts of indecent assault and battery of a female coworker. He is he was sentenced, right, to 3 years probation and required to register as a sex offender. And they go, we need to convene and see if he still can be a cop. Or unemployment. Okay, maybe they're going to make him a dispatcher. I don't know, man. You'd think they would just fire him like that. No, he's a cop. He gets to have his little, before he gets terminated.